Hey everyone, welcome to That's Peculiar. I'm Nathan,
I'm Andra.
and today
And
Andra
this
has
is-
an episode.
Yes. I was like, and this is super fun.
And this is fun. Before we start though, I actually have to share something from my trip that I just got back from for work. I worked with this girl.
Oh,
She's
good.
How old is she? 25, 26. And she's like, we deadheaded, which means that we're paid as passengers for a flight. It was like 5 hours. And she's like, oh, I can't wait. I'm going to watch Harry Potter. I was like, oh, you like Harry Potter? She's like, I don't really know. I'm only in the third movie. I said, okay. And have you read it? No. She's never read it. I was like, and you're only I was like, have you seen the movies before? Nope. Never seen them either.
That is so wild to me.
And I told her, I said, okay, the movies are really good. But the books...
are better.
The books are better. But the movies are still really good. So I was like, you have to read the books. There's so much you're missing. But I'm like, are we to the point in time where now we are so old and Harry Potter is so old that the younger people don't know who he is, or like...
I don't know, because I don't live in that style of family. Like, my nephews watch Harry Potter. My kid is having a Harry Potter themed birthday party this year.
Mhm.
So
Okay, so
I don't know.
He's gonna grow up knowing Harry Potter.
Like, definitely. He already knows Harry Potter.
Okay, I had to share that with you because I thought that was crazy.
I've seen the movies like 127 times, and I've read them probably about 6 times. But
Yeah.
audiobooks, I've probably listened to them about 10 more times on top of me reading them. So
Dang.
yeah, you could say I have a problem.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, this is a Harry Potter
I was gonna ask you. I was like, what is that mug? It looks like Harry Potter.
This was unplanned. This was completely unplanned.
Oh God! All right, what are we talking
Drinking
about?
a London fog.
Oh, a London fog. I love a London fog.
So do I, and I always forget. I also love peppermint lattes, and whenever I go to a coffee shop, I always panic order. Even though we both have worked at coffee shops, I still go there and I'm like, oh, do I like black coffee? You don't have black coffee that's good, so let me just panic order. Now I need to remember I love London fogs and peppermint lattes.
Yeah.
Well, today, our fun fact also ties in to our episode figures. We're going to be talking about Brittany Murphy.
Ooh.
And my fun fact is in 2002, Brittany Murphy voiced Luann Platter on King of the Hill. So well that many fans never realized that ditzy Texan was the Southern twang was played by a fast-talking Jersey girl. Bethany's vocal performance was so nuanced that it earned her an Annie Award, which is an animation award version of an Oscar. I like her voice. She's really good.
You know what's funny is that whenever I like watch a movie or like a show and it's animated, I'm always like, that voice is familiar, and I try to think about it and figure it out before I Google it or something.
She is also, so do I. She's also the singer on Happy Feet. She's like the girl he falls in love with.
Yes.
The one with the beautiful voice.
Yes.
A lot of people didn't know that Brittany Murphy could sing. So I want to start this episode off a little different. And I also wanted to do a little, like, if you're new here, we again just kind of are giving information that's out there in the world.
Oh.
I will probably say my opinion in this, but that doesn't mean I'm correct. And, you know, it's a lot of this is just speculation.
Yeah.
Of
There's
what
a lot
happened,
of speculation
so
for this one.
yeah. And I just kind of wanted to put that out there and say, like, we're not a place of judgment or, like, well, sort of.
Thank you.
We're not a place of, like, telling people what to believe.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell anyone what to believe. I want them to just like have the facts and believe what they want. Yes. Okay. So what do you know about Brittany Murphy?
So from my understanding, is that Brittany Murphy got pneumonia and then died from complications of pneumonia, but
Mm-hmm.
there was something weird about her situation with the complications. This like it
Mm-hmm.
was a very mysterious, like there was no reason for her to really have it or something. It's very misty for me. I don't.
Convoluted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, I don't quite remember, but I knew that she like got sick and she had complications, but we don't really know why. And some people think that she got poisoned or something.
What do you know of Brittany Murphy's mom?
Nothing.
Okay. What about just Brittany Murphy, period, not just her death?
I just
I'm
know that she was.
That's what I'm starting differently
So
this time. I wanted
I
to ask you.
know that she is an actress, and I
Mm-hmm.
know, and I, if I recall correctly, there was something about jealousy or something and control. But I knew, like, for some reason, a lot of people didn't like her, and then I feel like they didn't
Mm-hmm.
really have a reason to not like her, as far as as much as I can recall. The movie where she's the what is it movie? The movie with Ashton Kutcher and they're just married. Just married. That's the
Just
name of the
married.
movie. I love that movie.
It is so good.
It's
Whenever
so
I
funny.
hear Avita say au revoir, I just want to look at somebody and say au revoir.
Bonjour, bonjour. Yeah.
What about
Anyway,
that? People didn't like her in there?
no, I'm just saying that I love that movie. Like I thought she was
Oh,
good, and like even in Clueless when she
she's
was
so
like just
good.
starting out too. Yeah,
Yeah. So we'll dive into it. As I told you, watched Uptown Girls this
yeah,
morning. And
yeah.
it is such a good movie, and I hadn't seen it for so long. And I know it wasn't everyone's cup of tea for whatever reason. It's got Dakota Fanning, and she's like little, and she's
What year is that
basically,
from?
I could look it up.
Because I honestly I've never seen it.
It wasn't super popular, as we just stated. Here, I'll give you the ratings and everything. It got 13% on Rotten Tomatoes,
Oh, was that does that make it
6.3.
does that make it a certified rotten?
I don't know, but it's 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb and 6.3 out of 10 on Prime from 2003.
2003. Okay, there's a reason I didn't
So
watch it.
I honestly think it's so good because she's like this daughter of a rocker, and both of her, like a rock star, and both of her
Okay.
parents died but left her a bunch of money.
Uh-huh.
And then their like finance director Bob runs away with it all. So she ends up kind of poor, and she goes to get a job and she's not qualified for anything. So she starts watching this Dakota Fanning as she starts being her nanny.
Hmm.
And Dakota Fanning's like a germaphobe and like uptight, like really uptight little kid taking like Benadryl all the time, and like she's just uptight, and her mom's like absent. So it's kind of the development of their like friendship, honestly. And
Okay.
I think it's cute. Like I
Well, I'll
don't
have to
care
check it
what
out.
other people say. I think it's so cute. All right, let's dive into it. So before Brittany Murphy became Hollywood's golden girl with big eyes, she's got the biggest cute brown eyes and big dreams, she was a child caught in a tug of war between unstable parents and promises of like the industry, but that really came later. Brittany Ann Bertolotti, that's her name, was born on November 10th, 1977, in Atlanta, Georgia.
She shares my birthday. Stop it.
Isn't that fun?
That is fun.
And she was born to Sharon Murphy, a spirited and fiercely protective mother of Irish and Eastern European descent, and Angelo Bertolotti, a Brooklyn born Italian American with a dark past. Bertolotti was a mob associate with ties to organized crime and a rap sheet. His arrests for drug trafficking and organized crime eventually landed him in prison, leaving Sharon to raise Brittany alone. And then the two of them, Sharon and her mom, or Sharon and Brittany, became inseparable. Like almost, we'll talk about it, but like some people thought it was like too intertwined.
Creepy.
Some would say. By the time Brittany was 2 years old, her parents had split. Sharon packed their bags and moved to Edison, New Jersey, where Brittany would spend the rest of like her young years for the most part. It was in Edison that her charisma began to bubble. She was just a child who liked to perform. So she had like this big, bold personality and people liked it.
Yeah, they're like, oh, she's so cute. She's so funny.
Yeah. Singing in a hairbrush, like mimicking movie scenes or dancing on command. So it was pretty obvious that she had some talent and she liked to be noticed. And Sharon noticed it too, and unlike many skeptical parents, she embraced her daughter's dream. Sharon later said that Brittany was born to do this. She never doubted it. In her preteens, Brittany trained in dance and theater, eventually landing her roles in community productions. By the age of 13, the call of Hollywood was so strong that Sharon made a decision to move them to LA.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. She even worked multiple jobs. Her mom did. Sometimes cleaning houses. Yeah. Cleaning houses to fund like the life of chasing stardom.
Yeah.
So she worked really hard to give her daughter this life, especially moving all the way over there, didn't know anybody, and then worked multiple jobs. Mm-hmm. Brittany would later say, when I asked my mom if she would move to California with me, she sold everything and moved out there for me. She's always believed in me. So they had just like a very close relationship. So in Hollywood, like many child actors, Brittany started with commercials and guest roles in TV shows like Murphy Brown, Blossom, and Frasier. I have never seen Murphy Brown. I have seen Frasier.
I have seen episodes of Frasier, yeah.
Unlike most, her breakthrough came really fast. At 17, she landed the role as Ty Frasier in Clueless. And this is in 1995. I freaking loved her in Clueless. Audiences fell in love with her. Her goofy laugh, natural charm, and wide eyes made her seem relatable and enchanting. That was reviews on her character. Clueless put her on the map, but it was versatility that kept her working.
Nice.
So Clueless put her on the map, and that's at age 17. Followed up with gritty performances like Girl Interrupted. And if you haven't seen that movie, watch it. I have already suggested it on here, actually.
I feel like I have actually seen that a long time ago.
Girl Interrupted is with Angelina Jolie and Winona Ryder.
Okay.
And Brittany Murphy. She's in Don't Say a Word, 8 Mile, and she's the voice work in Happy Feet and King of the Hill.
Okay.
So despite her early success, Brittany never quite reached A-list status, according to some, partly due to persistent industry typecasting and partly because Hollywood didn't seem to know what to do with a young woman who didn't fit the blonde bombshell mold.
Yeah.
In at least like not a conventional way. She didn't. She was quirky, edgy, raw, and sometimes fragile. By early 2000s, tabloids began focusing more on her appearance than her acting. So she lost a lot of weight compared to the person that was in Clueless to the person that's, say, in like Uptown Girl. The problem I have with that is I know a lot of people when they go into being an adult and they don't live at their family's house anymore, they're eating more junk food, so they gain weight. But I also know a lot of people that left their parents' house and lost a lot of weight and did get really skinny. And this may not be her case, but I do think sometimes kids can lose baby fat when they become adults. But there was a lot of tabloids focusing on like rumors of anorexia and drug use.
Yeah, and like just eating disorders in general. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, I find that so bothersome. But Hollywood isn't kind to women.
No, it's not.
And Brittany quickly became tabloid racist fodder. Her once curvy figure was now waif thin, which I don't agree with. And this is with the rise of like heroin chic that came from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So people assume the worst. If you look at her in Uptown Girl, like she's skinny, but she's got muscle like in her arms and her legs, like you can see it. And the whole time in the movie she's like bouncing around and like dancing and doing stuff, and I'm like, why is it that just people assume she did drugs?
Yeah.
So the National Enquirer, People Magazine, and celebrity blogs accused her of everything from cocaine addiction to eating disorders. She was also a frequent guest on Worst Dressed lists, something that seemed to truly hurt her.
The worst dressed list.
Yeah, do you remember that?
Yes.
And they'd side by side pair people in similar outfits and be like, oh, Beyonce did it better than whoever. Or
yeah, who wore it best, those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In 2005, Brittany Murphy told Jane magazine, I've never done cocaine in my life. I'm not anorexic. I am the same size I've always been. Just because I wear a size 0 doesn't mean I'm unhealthy or that I need help. So despite her denials, Brittany's image was becoming inseparable from the rumors. Casting directors grew hesitant. Major roles stopped coming. She was stuck in like a strange purgatory in her career, still working, but like lower budget films or voice work. So then came Simon Monjack. Thought I put in here, I guess I didn't. And we all know though, because I remember reading this, we all know she dated Eminem after 8 Mile.
Yes.
And then she also was with Ashton Kutcher.
Were they officially a thing?
Yes. He actually just spoke out on it. They were a thing.
Huh.
But some people even say that so they dated for a period of time and it didn't work out. But some people actually say their relationship, this is a rumor, carried on even when he was married to Demi Moore.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it is. And we'll get more into that later. So let's go to her husband, Simon Monjack. Brittany married Simon Monjack in 2007 after a whirlwind secretive romance. So a lot of people felt duped by this relationship because they were unaware it was happening. And quite frankly, it's none of their business. Yeah. So he was a British screenwriter, but calling him that is generous to a lot of people. His only known credit was the little scene 2001 film 2 Days, 9 Lives.
Don't know.
This is how he's described for the record. He was older, overweight, and according to friends, controlling.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Have you seen this dude? He's fucking huge. Excuse my language.
So not overweight, but like obese. Hey, everyone. A quick interruption before the show continues. This is Nathan, and I have a huge favor to ask. Please leave us a rating and a review if you are enjoying the show to help us reach more listeners like you. We love bringing this podcast to you every week and are trying to learn how to make it even more enjoyable for our listeners. Thank you for your support.
Oh, no. Overweight, probably like a little bit.
Okay.
But like not insanely overweight, but he's like 6'7". He looks like a damn giant.
Oh, he's tall.
He looks like a giant next to Brittany Murphy in their photos.
Okay. Well, how tall was she?
Yeah, you look, and I'll keep talking. So they were secretive and whatever. Very few people knew they were dating before they tied the knot. Some friends claim Brittany didn't tell anyone about their engagement until after the fact. And quite frankly, I actually totally understand that because she was in the tabloids already for all this other thing. She maybe just didn't want people's opinions.
Yeah.
I get it.
They don't care. So she was 5'3".
Yeah. Okay, so she was short, but
She was
like
little.
he looks so tall. Look him up while you're just
What was
look
it
at
again?
Simon Monjack.
Monjack, that's right. Continue.
So those close to Brittany noticed changes. She became more isolated, more withdrawn. Simon began managing her career,
Oh.
and people say badly, and he made enemies quickly.
He was 6'2".
Okay, so like a foot taller than her.
Yeah, which is quite tall comparatively.
Yeah, but now that you see him,
but as a
he's not.
But as a 6'1" man, that's pretty normal.
Do you see him though? He's not like.
Yeah, he's just heavy.
Yeah, he's not obese though.
Yeah.
So people thought he was paranoid and reportedly banned Brittany from speaking to certain friends or working on certain projects because he's controlling. I know. In 2007, shortly after their wedding, Monjack was arrested for an expired visa and faced deportation. He also had a history of lawsuits, unpaid debts, and alleged scams. Yeah, I know. Yet Brittany seems smitten or trapped. She defended him fiercely in interviews. Honestly, like this guy, maybe she had a little bit of like, I don't want to say daddy issues, but like she grew up thinking a certain type of man was like her, was her father.
I think she probably really liked the controlling. Might not have started off as like controlling, but protective.
Right. Yeah. Which I think often, and they didn't know each other for that long before they got married.
Yeah. And so it like started probably protective and then it became controlling and
yeah. So she told reporters she found her soulmate. But many of her friends and coworkers weren't convinced. Monjack was accused of manipulating her emotionally and financially, possibly even cutting her off from her mother when it suited him. That one I don't believe though, and we'll get into it more.
Okay.
Well, actually my next sentence is Sharon Murphy was Brittany's mom, lived with them though. So how would he cut her off?
No, you wouldn't be able to. She lived in your house.
I also read in a lot of articles, like the majority of them that talk about Sharon at all, say that she was pretty close to Simon. Like, I actually think that they maybe got along really well. Maybe too well. Yeah. So, all three of them under one roof in a luxurious Hollywood mansion that coincidentally previously was actually Britney Spears.
Oh, interesting.
Brittany Murphy bought it from Britney Spears, apparently. So, friends described the home as claustrophobic and dark, both figuratively and literally. Ew. It sort of seems like they were kind of hoarders. And I find this to be possibly a sign of some sort of mental health problem that was happening even before with possibly all three of them.
But they're all hoarding?
They lived in a house full of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a lot of stuff. It wasn't like dirty, but like full
maximalist.
Yeah. And like cluttered central. So when people say it was claustrophobic, you're like going through little pathways in their home.
No, thank
Which
you.
I kind of wonder if that was like Brittany's mom that stemmed to Brittany. And then
Maybe.
maybe also Simon when he moved in.
Possibly.
It is Simon, right? Every time I say that, yeah, it is Simon. I just like don't know anyone with the name Simon, so it feels so weird. Okay, so Brittany was only 32 when she died on December 20th, 2009. The day before, she had been sick, complaining of shortness of breath, dizziness, and abdominal pain. Which, like, why was a doctor not called, or why didn't
she go to the
they
doctor?
go to the doctor? I
Yeah.
feel like shortness of breath is like, in case you're wondering, people, like, don't mess around with it. And then to couple that with like abdominal pain,
Yeah.
that just sort of seems wild to me.
Go get checked out. I mean, you have money. You live in a mansion.
That's what makes me think something's suspicious, because she had her mom there, and her mom's probably like, oh no, just take this medicine, you're fine.
Have a
And if your
NyQuil, go to
mom,
bed.
yeah, if your mom does that, you probably are like, oh, okay, my mom's taking care of me.
Yeah.
Well, according to Simon and Sharon, she had been suffering from flu-like symptoms for days. Days.
Flu-like.
The morning, yeah. The morning around 8 a.m., Brittany collapsed in her bathroom. Sharon called 911, and paramedics rushed her to Cedars Sinai Medical Center.
Sinai?
Yeah, thanks. I don't know. It's just Sinai.
Oh. Sina? S-I-N-A?
It looks no Sinai. Yeah,
Sinai.
it looks like Sinai.
Sinai.
But,
yeah.
Okay. By 10:04 a.m., she was pronounced dead.
Ugh.
So the official cause was pneumonia.
Okay.
Iron deficiency anemia, and multiple drug intoxication.
So she was drugged? Okay.
So pneumonia and anemia can be fatal, especially together.
Uh-huh.
But everybody was obviously focused on, like, what the heck was in her system.
The drugs.
Yeah. Originally, they didn't want to do an autopsy.
I wonder why.
Yeah. They denied an autopsy in the first place, but because of how high profile this was, they were like, and how young she was, they were like, yeah, we're doing it. So the drugs in her, they were prescription drugs.
Okay.
Which is worse to me.
But I want to know whose prescription drugs they were.
Her husband's. Almost all of them were to her husband. He was on hydrocodone, Vicodin,
okay,
acetaminophen, which I believe if you have an iron deficiency, you shouldn't be on acetaminophen. But L-methamphetamine, which is not meth, but it's the ingredient in some inhalers.
Okay.
Chlorpheniramine. Chlorpheniramine. I don't know. It's an antihistamine. And carbamazepine. Yep. Which is an anticonvulsant.
Interesting.
Or sometimes used for bipolar disorder. According to some sources that I saw, her husband had epilepsy.
Oh, okay.
But why would this be in her system?
Yeah, why
she didn't have epilepsy.
Did she hold on to these drugs?
All were legal, but their combined effects, especially with Brittany's weak immune system, were fatal. Most were, as I said, prescribed under Simon's name, which raised a lot of red flags.
Why would she be on them?
Yeah, and also someone else, I read an article and then I listened. They were saying, like, most medications that are prescribed are for the person they're for. Like, the dosage is based on height and weight.
Yeah.
She was a foot shorter than him.
Well, yeah, she probably weighed like 3 times as less.
And weight, yeah. And that's what's crazy. So she's taking the dosage that he would have taken. So it raised a lot of red flags.
Yeah.
And in May, actually, yeah. Okay, we'll get into something else. But in May 2010, After 5 months after Brittany's death, Simon Monjack also died. Same house, same bathroom, very similar symptoms. His cause of death, pneumonia and anemia.
What?
Mm-hmm.
And they're not looking at Sharon?
After Simon's death, speculation grew louder. Some wondered if toxic mold was to blame, because I guess they did find some mold inside of the house.
But Sharon is still alive, I'm sure.
Yeah. But others questioned if there had obviously been intentional poisoning, and I myself question that.
Yes,
The
I do
coroner's
too.
office also said that they didn't find any mold.
In
And
her lungs.
Brittany's father is also unconvinced that it wasn't poisoning. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's dive into some conspiracy theories.
My first conspiracy theory is that Sharon killed her daughter and then Simon was on board originally and then wasn't, and so then she killed him too.
Yeah, or maybe she realized he's a sack of bones.
Maybe.
And
I just think
was
that
like, I'm
Sharon
done with this.
Sharon was heavily involved. That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's honestly mine as well, but we're gonna get into some like out there ones.
Oh, I love out there ones, because like what? Where did that come from?
Some people think they're very tied in though, and it's kind of crazy. So Angelo that's her father, had been mostly absent from Brittany's life because he went to prison.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't at her wedding and rarely saw her in her adult years, but after her death, he became obsessed with finding out what really happened.
Yes.
He just like in his bones was like,
something's not right.
This is weird. And you know, a lot of people talk about mother intuition. I think there's also father's intuition.
Well, yeah, and I also feel like even though like you weren't a part of someone's life, like you're still gonna care about them if they pass away.
He could have not been in her life because of the mom too, which
yeah, that's true.
You know, she could have kind of caused a problem with that. So in 2012, he filed a lawsuit to obtain hair samples, which is weird.
Hair samples from Brittany?
Yes, but what's weird is they should have done that in the autopsy.
Tested her hair?
In the first place. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That should have been part of it. And blood, the look inside. Any toxicology.
He commissioned an independent toxicology test.
Okay.
The results, according to the lab he hired, showed elevated levels of heavy metals, barium, antimony, and arsenic.
So she was slowly poisoned.
These are often associated with rat poison and insecticides.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Bertolotti. Sorry, I think I said it wrong a second ago.
Her dad?
Yeah. Her dad claimed this was proof that Brittany had been deliberately poisoned. He suggested foul play, possibly linked to her knowledge of government secrets. That was a little outstretched, but she said that she had briefly voiced support for a whistleblower. That's one of the out there conspiracies.
That doesn't mean that she knows state secrets.
Yeah. She just, I guess, was best friends with a whistleblower who had, like, turned south, I think.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. That does not make any sense. Dad.
Yeah. Or to her husband's criminal dealings, which a lot of people thought he was in trouble.
So, to be honest, looking at his photos, I'm kind of like, he's a creepy kind of guy. Like, I wouldn't trust him.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, and I'm so shocked. Like, she dated Eminem and Ashton Kutcher. How'd she end up with that?
Like, I don't know. Something's hinky.
But he did die, and maybe she really did love him. So
maybe we don't know.
Devil's advocate, she really loved him. No mainstream agency corroborated these claims, so the LAPD closed the case. The CDC said there was no mold. The coroner's offices said the tests were invalid. But it still doesn't fit together.
Interesting.
Right? there was actually a famous reporter, I'm blanking on his name right now, but he like investigated cases like this. I believe he actually did say that the lead found in her hair could also come from hair dye. So it doesn't mean she was actually poisoned by arsenic.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, she did dye her hair a lot. Like she was blonde for this movie, dark hair for this movie. You know, she did.
Yeah, most of the movies after, yeah, all the movies I know her from after Girl Interrupted, she's a blonde.
Yeah, she
But
does a lot of
Clueless and
blondes.
Girl Interrupted, she was brunette. And I
Yeah,
think she's a natural brunette.
I think so also. So I think I mean,
Yeah.
and you're in Hollywood too, so like regular maintenance of color and stuff is completely normal.
Yeah. Well, take all of this
And throw it out the
and
window.
yes. But take all of this information and toss in the weird relationship between Sharon Murphy and Simon Monjack.
What was weird about it?
In interviews after Brittany's death, Simon and Sharon appeared side by side, sometimes holding hands. They lived together in the house after Brittany passed.
Oh, like mom didn't move out?
Nope. Some claimed they were in a grief-driven, codependent relationship. Others found it creepy.
I could see both of those things.
There are photos of Sharon and Simon, and you can look them up. They're like cuddling and embracing each other, holding photos of Brittany. You should look them up.
I mean, that could be grief.
Look them up. Also, I can't imagine being this close. Like, well, you and Ross's mom are really close, so.
Yeah, but not like that. Oh, what?
Do you see them?
What are these? Why do they? What?
Aren't they weird? They were selling those. They were selling like reports. They sold right after Brittany Murphy died. I think they actually did like a home tour. All of this was for money.
This is weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. See? So that's not grief. That's not like, oh, shoulder on the head on the shoulder.
Yeah. Okay. That is really weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Sharon inherited the house. Simon allegedly didn't have a will or an estate, but their bond living together, grieving together was freaking weird.
Okay.
When Simon died, Sharon found the body. Eventually, Sharon would change her stance on the mold theory, suggesting that toxic mold might have played a role.
That's. Oh, wait. Maybe it was the mold, but how long did she stay in the house?
Yeah, I don't know. She accused Angelo, because she never supported the poisoning claims, but she accused Angelo of trying to profit off of their daughter's death.
It sounds to me like Sharon is profiting off of her daughter's death.
Yeah, and because of all of this, the family became even more fractured. I'm trying to see if this is the closing.
I have a theory now that has definitely evolved.
I have something else. Okay. So you go first.
Wait, tell me the last bit so I can wrap up my thoughts. Stop.
Because it's unrelated to Sharon.
It's unrelated
to Sharon? Tell me.
Okay, so mine relates to Sharon. So my thing, so this is now how I view it, is Sharon was starting to see the downfall. Like her daughter wasn't as like famous and wasn't hitting that top tier caliber. So they would probably get into arguments, and it's more of like well, I've sacrificed everything for my daughter and I'm not getting anything in return anymore. So then she offs her, and then so she gets something out of it, and so now she's getting a return. Now she has more to her own name. And then Simon probably was not very happy about it because maybe he found something else out, and so then she also offed him.
Right? Yeah, a lot of people believe exactly what you just said.
Okay, cool. So I'm not off base.
No, it's reported that Brittany's last words were, "Mommy, I'm dying."
Ew, I hate that. That's so sad.
I know. So she called out to like her mom, who some people really speculate could have murdered her.
Yeah.
Something I also wonder, because when Simon was found dead, Sharon's pills with Simon's last name, Monjack, was found on the other bedside table. So it said Sharon Monjack.
But they weren't
Was her
married, were they?
no.
That's so weird.
Mm-hmm. And they were found on the bedside table of the bed that he slept in,
That's so
the
bizarre.
other side. So it kind of seems like they were sleeping in the same bed together.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Or at least she was like hanging out in there enough to keep
Regular
her
enough.
pills in there.
Yeah.
Which is like, that is weird. Or she poisoned him with her pills and forgot them on the nightstand.
Possibly.
One of the out there topics. So Ashton Kutcher just came out and was saying like Brittany was such a great person, and I think he even said like he wishes he was kinder to her. I read this article a couple of weeks ago. It actually didn't come out that long ago. He just spoke out about this, which was like, kind of want to do this topic. The thing that's weird. So have you heard of all the scandal happening with Ashton Kutcher?
And Mila Kunis? No.
Mm-mm. Not Mila Kunis.
Just Ashton?
Yeah. So people are finding that he was tied to Diddy.
Oh, really?
And there's like photos of them together. In my gut, which I've never met him, so like take this with a grain of salt. I don't necessarily feel that he was part of all of this, but here's the stuff. Ashton Kutcher was going on a date with a girl or went on a date with a girl who was found murdered in her home.
Okay.
Like the next day. He was the last person to see her or talk to her. And then she was found murdered in her home. And then this happened. And the story that I saw that people are saying is possibly that he was having an affair. Ashton Kutcher and Brittany were having an affair. And he was with Demi. And maybe they didn't want it to get out. So Diddy did to her what he did to his wife and all those other people he might have allegedly, possibly, supposedly, maybe killed.
In case you're wondering, it's all alleged. But here's okay, but so the timeline goes, wait, Ashton dated girl found dead, hanging out with Diddy possibly killed Brittany.
It's hanging out with Diddy, dated girl, like went on a date with girl, or was supposed to go on the date. So I think he was at least the last person she spoke to before she was found dead.
Well, I don't know. Are you aware that like Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are like all about like anti-trafficking and the listening to women when they tell their stories, and they're really into that world?
I mean, I absolutely fucking hope so, as should the rest. Thank you for being decent humans.
No, but I mean, like they are like, they have like I think it's a foundation or something where they actively locate women and children and things like that.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it's something like that. What if they would started all this stuff because he had major guilt?
See that with Mila Kunis.
Well,
honestly,
I mean, he could have started it, and then Mila was like, "That's such a great idea, baby. Let's do it."
Or opposite, because this all happened way before he ever married Mila Kunis. So
yeah, I'm saying that after he married her, he's trying to turn a new leaf, and he had guilt, and so he started this whole thing.
Maybe.
I don't know, just an idea.
Yeah, no, that is one of the out there kind of theories, What is suspicious to me is Diddy's past wife. I don't think they ever got divorced fully. She died of pneumonia.
That's suspicious.
Mm-hmm. So the thing that's out there is that maybe Diddy did it and had something on Simon or had something on Brittany.
Yeah.
And then the two of them were murdered.
Allegedly, all these things could be true. I don't know. It's really crazy stuff. But I mean,
maybe Sharon and Diddy were in it together.
Maybe.
Who knows? Maybe none of this is true and she just died of pneumonia.
Yeah.
And then gave it to her husband, who died 5 months later of it. Yeah. We may never know.
Probably won't.
No matter what, though, it is a tragic case of medical neglect. Like, she lived a life where she should have been able to seek for help.
She probably should have gone to the doctor a lot sooner than she did. And especially if they said it was pneumonia, like that's not fun. I've had pneumonia. It's awful.
Without all of the rumors, I'm just gonna say, like, Sharon's mom should have taken her to the doctor. So at some point, I mean, I kind of blame Sharon no matter what. She should have been in the hospital.
Yeah,
Sharon and Simon, they should have taken her into the doctors.
Yeah, because, like, you have all kinds of symptoms and stuff that you shouldn't have for...
Yeah.
Yeah. I also love that we're talking about... I just love that we're talking about conspiracies and, like, because this is... It's just crazy what people will believe.
It's just a lot.
But something like this too, like we really don't know.
No, and people do believe Brittany was controlled, isolated, and ultimately discarded.
That could also be a thing too. I mean, she stopped going out for roles and stuff. I mean, she had kind of like, I feel like, did you ever see Ramen Girl?
I love Ramen Girl.
I love that movie. It is so
Jack
good.
Loves that movie, but that movie, people have like rarely heard of it.
It's such a good movie, and I feel like
so good. If you haven't seen it, I think it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, such a good movie. Anyway, yeah. So I feel like things like that. Like I feel like she was starting to find her place again, back in like, recording movies and being and stuff.
That movie just is so good. And you just reminded me, because I was trying to tell Jack who Brittany Murphy was, and I was like, oh, you probably don't. I was like, Clueless. Nope, won't know that movie.
Ramen Girl.
Uptown Girls. No, but he will know Ramen Girl, because he actually has said how good that movie is.
It's such a good movie.
Because it really is. It's got such a nice flow to it. If you can get past the beginning.
Oh God, it's so weird.
So good.
Yeah, the first part I was like, I gotta stop watching this, and I was like, I'm gonna push through.
Yeah,
and it's a cute, like it's a really good story.
Yeah,
and
it's really good. And then she was in a bunch of horror films too.
I don't know.
Yeah, she was in. Oh my man, hold on. Abandoned. I forget she was in Sin City.
Oh my God,
I always forget she was in Sin City. I think it's Spun is the one I'm thinking of, but Drop Dead Gorgeous. Oh, it's Don't Say a Word.
That one's not ringing any bells, but I feel like I might have seen it.
I also always forget she's in Riding in Cars with Boys with Drew Barrymore.
I've never seen that one.
You've never... Oh my God, it's so good. And Drew Barrymore...
It probably came out when I was not gay.
It's a 2001 movie.
Yes, that would be why.
She's in a movie called Across the Hall, Deadline. So, like, Sin City is a good movie. Some of these are kind of like... I understand what they mean. Like, some of these are kind of B movies, but, like, I don't understand.
She was working.
Like, she's in Good Boy. Like Ramen Girl, like you just said, that movie I think was underrated for its time for no reason. Yeah. It's so good.
It's really good. So I don't know.
I think that honestly is just what it was. People didn't want to see her advanced. She was just she's such a life of a person.
Yeah.
Anyways, her death certificate doesn't tell the full story. No matter what, I don't believe it. So I'm sad. I'm so sad she's gone.
I know.
And years after all of this, we're still asking, what the heck happened to her? So, like, why don't they just open this up? I don't know. It's frustrating.
I wonder that too, because all of us are like, this doesn't feel right. It's highly suspicious, very coincidental about all these like things that go on. So there's far more, and I almost wonder if they're not letting it on as much as they know for whatever reason. And if it is tied to Diddy, that could be why they like closed it, because they didn't want to open that case wide up.
Wouldn't it also be like, holy shit?
It would be, yeah.
If that ever comes out that was all tied together, but then that would
be insane.
Put some speculation on Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, exactly.
Because why else would she be tied to Diddy without him?
It's a whole thing.
No, for real. But I forgot to mention to everyone, other than prescription drugs, they didn't find any drug use in her system. She apparently didn't even drink much. So everyone thought she was just this drug addict. They also did not suspect an eating disorder based on her body. And yeah, so I just wanted to put that out there. I forgot to say that earlier. There was no sign of other than prescription drug abuse. There was no other sign of like drug abuse, no like suspicion of cocaine, even no suspicion of eating disorder, which is so cool.
Yeah.
Not cool that she died, but cool that at least that was maybe answered.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that too. That's to answer that. Put that question to bed.
Yeah. Yeah. Put it away. Anytime you thought that. And honestly, seriously, if you look at her, she looks so healthy to me. She does look skinny.
Yeah, she's 5'3".
She doesn't look. Yeah, she doesn't look sickly.
She's a short, petite woman.
Yeah. You know who looks sickly lately? Who are those Devato, the family, the TikTok dancers?
No, I don't follow them. I have no idea.
You would.
I know
one was on Dancing with the Stars.
I know I don't know their name.
D'Amelios. Yeah.
D'Amelios. I don't care.
The oldest sister. I saw a photo of her, and everyone was like, "Whoa, she looks so good," and I was like, "Whoa, she looks skinny."
Heroin chic is making its comeback.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. That sucks for me because I got big butts.
Fashion is cyclical.
Yeah. Well, that's all we have for today, and I hope you enjoyed. I also hope you make your own opinion on this.
Yeah, it's very fascinating stuff, and I mean, I have my opinions, so.
And I'm sad.
It is very sad. I would like to see her.
Her and Heath Ledger.
Oh, Heath Ledger.
You know, if the two of them ever got together, that would have been just like magic.
I don't think so.
Like in a film. I don't mean together.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay.
In a relationship. I mean the two of them in a film together would have been really cool.
That would have been interesting to see.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Anyways.
Thank you for sharing today. It was very fun and kind of sad also. Because we always
kind of informative.
Yeah, it's just, we have so many unanswered questions, but here we are.
Per usual.
Thanks for joining us today on That's Peculiar. Tune in next week for more. Bye.
Yay. Bye.
Thank you for joining us on today's episode of That's Peculiar. Please follow, comment, and share. Let us know what you might want to hear next. Tune in next week for another new episode.